Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something right here, right now. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's not some magical trait that only a select few get to have. Confidence is something you build. It's a muscle. And the best part, you can start building it today. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment, the right circumstance, or someone's permission. The time to become the confident, unstoppable person you were meant to be is now. And if you're serious about changing your life, about stepping into the next level of success, then it starts with you taking full responsibility for your life. That's the first thing you've got to understand. You are fully responsible for where you are right now. There's no one else to blame, no excuses. When you own your actions, when you own your decisions, and yes, when you own your mistakes, that's when you truly step into your power. Stop waiting for someone to validate you. Stop waiting for permission. The moment you stop blaming the world, the circumstances, or anyone else for your situation, that's when you unlock the confidence to move forward and start changing your life. The minute you take responsibility, you take control. Next, let's talk about comparison. You've been taught all your life to compare yourself to others to see how you measure up. Well, let me tell you something, stop it. Right now, the only person you should be comparing yourself to is the person you were yesterday. Your journey is yours alone. Don't get caught up in someone else's success or feel inferior because someone else is ahead of you. Forget about them. Focus on yourself. You're not running their race, you're running yours. You've got to stop looking over your shoulder, measuring yourself against someone else's timeline. When you stop comparing, you finally get the space you need to realize your own value and potential. And when it comes to that value, let me ask you this. Do you know what you're good at? What are your strengths? What sets you apart from everyone else? If you don't know, it's time to find out. Confidence doesn't come from dwelling on your weaknesses. It comes from recognizing your strengths and building on them. You've got a gift inside of you, something that only you can do the way you do it. Focus on that. Cultivate it. When you start looking at your strengths, you begin to realize that you have something real to offer. And that realization is what boosts your confidence like nothing else. Now, don't just sit there and think about what you want to do. Don't sit there waiting for confidence to just appear. It doesn't work that way. Confidence is built through action. It's built when you face your fear and do it anyway. If you're waiting for a perfect moment, it's never going to come. You want confidence? Take action now. The moment you take action, even if it's imperfect, you start building momentum. Momentum builds confidence. Sitting on the sidelines, analyzing every possible outcome and waiting for certainty, that's how you stay stuck. But the moment you act, even if it's uncomfortable, you'll start feeling that surge of confidence. You start realizing you're capable of handling more than you thought. Finally, you need to adopt a winning mindset. A mindset that tells you, I deserve success. I am a winner, and I will not be stopped. Stop thinking small. Stop thinking that maybe, just maybe, you'll succeed. You've got to think like a champion. You've got to believe that success is not just a possibility, but an inevitable outcome for you. When you have that mindset, you walk taller, you speak with authority. You carry yourself in a way that commands respect. Your confidence will radiate from you because you're no longer doubting your place in this world. You've got to think like you belong at the top, because you do. Let me make it clear, no one is going to hand you confidence. You have to create it. You have to build it. But when you take responsibility for your life, when you stop comparing yourself to others, when you focus on your strengths, when you take action, and when you adopt a winning mindset, there's nothing stopping you. You'll be unstoppable. Confidence isn't something that's granted to you. It's something you forge every single day with the decisions you make and the actions you take. So get to work, because the confident, powerful version of you is waiting to be unleashed. You want to know why most people don't reach their full potential? It's simple. They don't take full responsibility for their lives. They wait for someone else to change their circumstances. They blame others for their situation. or they sit around waiting for the right moment to act. But here's the truth: if you want to create a life of success, freedom, and fulfillment, it starts with one powerful decision to take full responsibility for everything in your life. When you take responsibility, you stop being a victim of circumstances, you stop making excuses and blaming others for your problems, you stop telling yourself that it's the economy, your upbringing, your job, or the people around you that are holding you back. You start to realize that the power to change your life lies in your own hands. That's when you stop waiting for someone to give you permission to succeed. You take charge, you take control, and you own your actions, your decisions, and your life. Taking responsibility means looking in the mirror and acknowledging that everything you've achieved and everything you haven't is a direct result of the choices you've made. No one else made those choices for you. It's easy to blame your past, your environment, or your family, but blaming others is a cop-out. It's a way of avoiding the uncomfortable truth that you have the power to make new choices right now, today. It's about saying, this is my life. These are my decisions. I am in charge, and I will make it happen. Taking responsibility doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It doesn't mean you won't make mistakes or fail along the way. In fact, it's the opposite. When you take full responsibility, you accept that you will stumble, that you will fall, and that you will face challenges. But you also accept that it's your responsibility to get back up, learn from those failures, and keep moving forward. Every setback becomes an opportunity to grow. Every failure is just a stepping stone on the path to your success. The moment you take responsibility is the moment you stop being passive in your own life. You stop letting life happen to you. Instead, you make life happen for you. You start making decisions that move you closer to your goals. You start surrounding yourself with people who support and challenge you. You start prioritizing your time, your energy, and your resources on things that will move you forward, not hold you back. Taking full responsibility is also about owning your thoughts, emotions, and actions. You stop letting outside circumstances dictate how you feel. You stop letting people's negativity or the challenges of the world control your emotional state. You are the master of your emotions. If you want to stay calm in the face of adversity, that's your choice. If you want to stay positive and focused despite the obstacles in your way, that's your choice too. The key to power is realizing that how you respond to life is in your hands. It doesn't matter what happens around you, what matters is how you choose to react. When you take full responsibility for your life, you stop waiting for luck to change things. You understand that the life you want is not going to be handed to you. It's earned, it's built, and it's fought for. And it starts with taking responsibility for what you do every single day. What you do today, what you think, and what you put your energy into will determine your tomorrow. You can't keep sitting around complaining about your circumstances and expect things to magically improve. It's time to stop waiting for the world to change and start changing yourself. Once you decide to take responsibility, something amazing happens. You begin to feel empowered. You realize that no one else is in control of your destiny, you are. And with that realization comes the confidence to act, to push forward, and to take risks. You become unstoppable because you know that no matter what life throws at you, you have the power to deal with it. You are the one in the driver's seat. You are the one who gets to decide where your life goes. So take responsibility for your life today. Stop blaming others, stop making excuses, and stop waiting for the perfect moment. Your life is yours to shape. Your future is in your hands. And once you take full responsibility for your life, you'll see the world open up to you in ways you've never imagined. You will finally realize the immense power you have to create the life you deserve. Now go out there, take control, and make it happen. Stop comparing yourself to others. You need to hear that clearly because it's one of the most toxic, soul-draining habits you can carry around. The world tells you to look left, look right, see how everyone else is doing, and measure your worth based on their progress. But let me make something crystal clear: your journey is not their journey. You're not running their race, you're running yours. And the moment you stop looking over your shoulder to see what someone else is doing, that's when you'll start moving forward with power and purpose. Every time you compare yourself to someone else, you're giving away your focus, your energy, and your peace of mind. You're telling yourself that your path isn't enough, that your story isn't worth telling. But let me ask you this: why would you diminish your own worth by measuring it against someone who's not even in the same race? You can't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. You don't know the struggles they face to get where they are, and they don't know the battles you're facing to get where you're going. You see, comparison doesn't just make you feel inferior, it makes you doubt your own value, and it blinds you to the greatness you're already carrying. You were born with a unique purpose, a unique set of experiences, and a unique contribution to make to the world. No one else is equipped to do what you're here to do, and no one else's timeline should ever define your own. If you keep looking around at others, you'll miss the chance to celebrate the victories you're achieving, no matter how small they may seem. You'll miss the beauty in your own journey because you're too busy wishing you were someone else. The truth is, the people you're comparing yourself to, they've got their own challenges, their own setbacks, and their own setbacks that you don't see. Don't buy into the lie that someone else's success means your failure. Your value doesn't decrease because someone else is winning. Success is not a limited resource, it's abundant. There's room for all of us. Every person has their own path, and the only comparison you should be concerned with is comparing yourself to the person you were yesterday. That's where growth happens. You are only competing with your former self. And as long as you keep moving forward, keep improving and keep pushing, that's all that matters. Imagine how much mental energy you waste every time you look at someone else's success and let it make you feel small. That's energy you could be using to work on your own goals, your own dreams. That's energy you could be investing into building the best version of yourself. But instead, you're letting someone else's progress slow you down. Stop it. It's time to reclaim that energy, that focus, and use it to build your own empire. When you stop comparing yourself to others, you take back control of your own destiny. You realize that your success isn't defined by someone else's standards, it's defined by your own. So ask yourself, why compare? What does it give you? The only thing comparison does is breed self-doubt. It keeps you trapped in a cycle of dissatisfaction, never content with where you are or what you've achieved. But you're better than that. You're stronger than that. You're capable of greatness that has nothing to do with anyone else's timeline. When you stop comparing, you free yourself to step into your own power. You free yourself to step into the future that's been waiting for you. Remember, you are the only you in this world. There is no competition when it comes to your unique purpose. Stop measuring your worth against others and start measuring it against the potential you have yet to unlock. Only then will you truly realize how far you can go when you stop looking left and right and start looking straight ahead. The best version of yourself is waiting for you to stop comparing and start believing in your own path. So let today be the day you commit to your own journey. No more comparison, just you and the greatness you're destined to achieve. If you want to truly understand the power of confidence, then you need to realize one key thing: where your focus goes, your energy flows. Too many people waste their time and energy obsessing over their weaknesses, trying to fix things that they will never fully master. They think that if they can just eliminate their flaws, they'll become better. But here's the truth: focusing on your weaknesses doesn't build you up. It drains you. It holds you back. It keeps you stuck in a cycle of self-doubt and frustration. The real power lies in focusing on your strengths. Let me tell you why your strengths are your natural gifts. They're what set you apart from everyone else. They're the things that, when you put your energy into them, make you feel alive, unstoppable, and powerful. But too many people spend their lives trying to improve their weaknesses instead of doubling down on what they're already good at. This is a massive mistake. Why would you spend time trying to perfect something you're not naturally gifted in when you could spend that same time honing the skills you already excel at? Think about it, the world doesn't need more of the same. The world doesn't need you to be just like everyone else. The world needs what only you can offer. The world needs you to show up with your unique strengths, your perspective, your talents. When you focus on your strengths, you put yourself in a position to shine. You stop competing with the people around you and start competing with the version of yourself from yesterday. And that's when things change. That's when you stop feeling inferior and start realizing that you have something special to bring to the table. Now, I'm not saying that you should ignore your weaknesses completely. Of course, you need to be aware of them. But awareness is not the same as obsession. When you focus on your weaknesses, you keep reinforcing the idea that you're not enough. You keep telling yourself that there's something inherently wrong with you, that you're not capable of achieving greatness because of these flaws. And that's a dangerous mindset to have, because it holds you back from stepping into the greatness you're capable of. Instead of trying to fix everything, identify your strengths and develop them to their fullest potential. If you're a great communicator, then go all in on that. If you're an excellent problem solver, then use that skill to tackle bigger and more complex challenges. If you're creative, then let that creativity flow and solve problems in ways no one else can. By focusing on your strengths, you start building a foundation of confidence because you're building on things that you're already good at. The more you grow those strengths, the more confident you become in your abilities. And here's the thing, when you lean into your strengths, something incredible happens other people start noticing. When you play to your strengths, you stop blending in with the crowd, you stand out. People start recognizing what you're good at and start coming to you for solutions, guidance, and support. It's not because you're trying to be everything to everyone. It's because you're focusing on what you do best and offering it to the world. You have greatness inside of you, but you will never unlock that greatness if you're too focused on what you can't do. You'll never experience the level of success you're capable of if you're always chasing after things that don't come naturally to you. So stop wasting your time trying to fix your weaknesses and start pouring your energy into what you're already good at. When you do that, you'll realize that the path to confidence and success isn't through self-improvement in all areas. It's about mastery of the things that make you unique. Focus on your strengths and watch how your confidence, your influence, and your impact multiply. That's where the power is. That's where your potential lies. So stop holding yourself back. Stop doubting yourself. Double down on your strengths and become the best version of the person you were always meant to be. Time waits for no one. Every second that ticks by is a second that can either be used to move you closer to your goals or one that slips through your fingers, never to return. And here's the brutal truth: if you're waiting for the perfect moment, the ideal circumstances, or for some external sign to tell you it's time, you'll never take action. The moment you wait for perfection, you miss the opportunity that's right in front of you. If you want to get ahead, if you want to be the kind of person who takes charge of their future, you've got to learn to take immediate action, regardless of how things look in the moment. You've got to understand this: the people who succeed in this world aren't the ones who wait for everything to line up perfectly. No. The ones who succeed are the ones who leap before they look. They take the shot even when they don't know for sure if they're going to land it. They act, move, and adjust as they go, knowing that the act of doing itself creates momentum. If you wait for the perfect moment, you will be waiting forever. The time to act is always now. Taking immediate action isn't about having everything figured out. It's about making the decision to move forward no matter what. You're not going to have all the answers right away. That's a fact. But you will never find those answers sitting around mulling over possibilities and worst-case scenarios. You find the answers by diving into the deep end. It's only through action that you discover what works and what doesn't. Each step you take gives you more clarity. Each decision, no matter how small, builds momentum. That's how progress is made. When you're moving, you can adjust, pivot, and keep going forward. But when you're stagnant, nothing happens. Nothing. Here's the thing about waiting, it's a habit that keeps you trapped in a cycle of procrastination and self-doubt. It feeds your insecurities, convinces you that you need more time, more knowledge, more experience. But here's a little secret: there will always be something you don't know. There will always be an unknown. And you'll never feel 100% ready, because that's not how growth works. Growth comes when you take that leap of faith, trusting that you'll figure it out along the way. The key to confidence isn't waiting for all the conditions to be right. It's acting even when you don't feel fully prepared. You learn, adjust, and grow through doing. The biggest risk is not acting at all. When you take immediate action, you show yourself that you can handle whatever comes your way. You prove to yourself that you're capable. The fear, the doubt, the uncertainty, those things will always be there. But when you take action, you silence them. You move forward regardless. And that's how you start winning. You stop being a spectator in your own life and start being the one who's actively building it. You stop waiting for life to happen to you and start making life happen for you. Success isn't about waiting for the right moment. It's about creating your moment by stepping into action. Every successful person you admire didn't wait for permission, didn't wait for everything to be perfect, and didn't wait for a sign from the universe. They acted immediately, and so should you. The world rewards those who take action, not those who sit back and wait for something to fall into their lap. The sooner you start, the sooner you'll begin seeing results. It's that simple. Take immediate action now. Because waiting for tomorrow will cost you today, and today is the only time you have. Start moving. Start acting. The rest will follow. You've got to realize that time is your most precious asset. Every moment you spend waiting is a moment you'll never get back. The key to success is not in perfect plans or flawless execution. It's in the willingness to take action right now without hesitation. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back. Don't wait for everything to line up. The most successful people didn't wait for the perfect moment. They created it through action. So stop waiting around. Take the first step. Trust that as you move, the path will become clearer and the results will come. Your future is waiting for you to act, so start now and make it happen.